If you want to reverse your type 2 diabetes without using drugs, doing exercise, or watching your diets, and do it in less than 2 to 3 months, then watch this 1-minute video until the last 5 seconds. My name is Dr. Daniel, also known as the Diabetes Specialist Guru. That's because I used to be a type 2 diabetes patient until this jellyfish helped me reverse my diabetes. But what does jellyfish have to do with diabetes? I will explain. Before you get to the end of this video, I will reveal how the jellyfish holds the secret to help anyone put an end to type 2 diabetes 2 times faster than any drug or diet out there. It is not what you are thinking, but I will tell you about it in just a moment. Today I want to share the one thing you must do if you really want to reverse diabetes. It's the one thing that makes all the difference. And it may be the reason why, after using different medications like metformin and glucophage and trying different types of solution, your diabetes symptoms keep getting worse. No matter what you try or what medical advice you follow, if you don't get this one thing right, you will keep wasting your money. By correcting this one thing, we have helped clients like Blessing have a normal sugar level. What about people like Mr. James, who had been struggling with diabetes for 8 years? But first, here's my story. Just 5 years ago, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. My legs and feet swelled up, and due to diabetic nephropathy, I lost feeling in my feet. Sadly, I eventually lost mobility and ended up in a wheelchair. As time went on, I started losing my sight, and I was just in my early 50s. But eventually something happened one day. I had a partial stroke in the middle of the night. I became paralyzed on my left side. I had swallowing issues and had to be fed through a tube for about a year. My diabetes was so out of control. And to think I was a doctor, I could not take it anymore when they said I could be crippled for life because they needed to amputate one of my legs. There is no way you're cutting off my legs today. I said, the longest we can wait to amputate is 90 days, said the doctor. If we wait any longer, it will be too dangerous. After hearing this, I swung into action. I decided to look for a way to get rid of this diabetes, even though all my doctor friends said it was not possible. I decided to do my own research. So, after a lot of late nights, early mornings, and a ton of trial and error, looking for a solution. During this period, I discovered this one thing you have been getting wrong, which is the biggest lie doctors have been telling you that's making the condition worse. Do you know that you have not been treating your diabetes? Instead, you have been treating the symptoms. What am I trying to say? Your doctors have been giving you medication to control the sugar level. And that is the wrong approach to actually treat diabetes because type 2 diabetes is caused as a result of insulin resistance, not sugar. Did you read that again? Not sugar. Do you know you can reduce your sugar levels and still have diabetes? And if you keep reducing just the sugar level and not actually treating diabetes, you are putting your life in serious danger. It is only a matter of time before the kidney will fail or the leg will be amputated. Finally, something happened while I was searching for the right solution. When an Indian doctor friend of mine revealed a secret healing system to me he called the jelly effect. This 3-step treatment method was used by ancient Indians far back when there was no hospital. It is used to heal diabetes of any kind, but more specifically for stubborn diabetes. But everything changed for me. I went from being a chronic type 2 diabetic patient to being absolutely free from type 2 diabetes in just 2 months, just by practicing this jelly effect every day. Instead of taking different types of drugs every day, or watching my diets, I no longer took any drugs, and I started eating my favorite food, and never had to worry about the sugar level crossing the route. No matter what I have eaten. And I no longer had to worry about the fear of losing my vision or one of my legs to diabetes. I personally used this system to go from a frustrated diabetes patient who has tried different treatments to being totally healthy and free from diabetes. But what is this jelly effect and why is it so powerful in treating diabetes finally? It is discovered that the jellyfish can actually reverse its life cycle when it is physically damaged or experiences stresses such as starvation, Instead of dying, it shrinks in on itself, reabsorbing its tentacles and losing the ability to swim. It then settles on the seafloor as a blob-like cyst. Over the next 36 hours, this blob develops into a new polyp, the jellyfish's previous life stage, and after maturing. Now, what does this have to do with you? Do you know we as human beings have a similar hormone in our body that can actually reverse stored sugar that is causing damage to the body? But how can you do that? Insulin moves glucose from your blood into cells all over your body. If your cells become too resistant to insulin, it leads to elevated blood glucose levels, hyperglycemia, which over time leads to prediabetes and type 2 diabetes. Now, by using the Jelly Effect system, we will show you what you need to revert your insulin resistance by activating this hidden healing hormone. But in the first 2 days, your body will feel highly uncomfortable. It is a 1-month program, but we have put everything into a book where I will show you step by step what you need to do every day starting from today to reverse this condition. But it's not just me. I have personally used this system on 2,654 people with type 2 diabetes from different parts of Africa to help them end diabetes in their life.
Looking amazing. 43 pounds? 43 pounds? What's happened to your diabetes?
It's gone.
It's gone?
Well, I wasn't diabetic. I was pre-diabetic.
Pre-diabetic.
Yeah.
Well, diabetic, pre-diabetic, you diabetic.
Yeah.
That's what we say. If they say the D word, then you got, somewhere in there, it's some diabetes somewhere in there, whether you pre or post, whatever. But we're so proud of you. 47 pounds?
43. Yeah.
43 pounds?
Yeah.
Listen, y'all got to tap y'all here. She say 43 pounds. Let's go.
Hello, my name is Raven Joyce and I'm 14 years old. When I was 7 years old, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. My sugars had gotten very out of control, leading me to be diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when I was 12 years old, and I had to be put on 3 different types of insulin, taking them 3 times a day. I started the balance J15, and when I went for my 3-month checkup on April the 21st, they said because of my A1C levels being really low, that they were going to take me off of all of my insulin. They said when I come back 3 months later, if my A1C levels are still low, that they will take me off of my metformin and I will no longer be categorized as a diabetic.
And it is the most effective diabetes solution I've ever seen for people with diabetes like you. If you've lost money, trying different medications, insulin, diets, and also following your doctor's advice in the past that did not work, it's not your fault. Want to see how to apply the Jelly Effect to treat your diabetes the right way? This program is called the Diabetes Secret Code. This can work for you even if you have been struggling with this condition for more than 20 years, or you have tried all medications, or have tried everything they told you, and still no difference. Now, last time others paid 50,000 Naira for this program. Luckily for you today, it is not going to cost anything near that. We only open access for people to get this program just once in a year at a very cheap price so that we can have enough testimonials before the end of the year. Are you interested in learning more? Then click on the button below this video to get this program right now. Inside this program, we have explained everything you need and also broken down in steps what you need to start doing daily. The name of this program is called Diabetes Secret Code. This program costs 50,000 Naira. But once every year, we drop the price to over 90% discount, which means for next few hours, you can get this program for 4,999 Naira. Only the Diabetes Secret Code will get you started on the path to reversing type 2 diabetes. It introduces you to the effectiveness and ease of this step-by-step guide, which you apply daily to get results. Here's my money-back guarantee. If you apply everything in this program and you do not get any results, just as I promised, please feel free to contact me for a refund immediately, and I will send it to any account of your choice with an extra 4,000 Naira. Click on the button below to pay for the program, and you'll have it within minutes. Thanks.